Guys, welcome. I'm back. I wanted to talk about how important it is to not keep silence. I want you guys to use me as an example because I am the most quiet person. When I tell you, I literally shook like I was crying. My stomach was hurting before I decided to make that first video. My very first video, okay? I have made a lot of videos which I have kept up in my phone. And why is that? Because I have stage fright, if you will. I'm very private. I'm very I'm very quiet. I don't want people to be in my business, and I don't want to know. I don't want to express myself. So I feel like a lot of people are like this. They may not necessarily agree with what is happening, but they don't want to be castigated. They don't want to come out and have somebody drag them, or they probably got something going on that they're embarrassed about, or I don't know. We all have issues, right? Sorry guys, so I'm outside and I'm walking, so please excuse me. But I just want to encourage you, use me as an example, because as I said, this is really not something that I wanted to do or plan to do. But I feel like it's time, it's time. The Most High has been telling me this for a very long time to do it, to come out and tell my story, come out and encourage people, But I just kind of brushed it aside because I'm like, okay, I don't want to add to my issues, Sometimes when you're going through something and you're like, you come out and you talk about it and you expose yourself the more, it just it makes you look like, somebody just pee. So many people peeing up in these streets. Anyway, and you guys, I can't even talk. The pee is just everywhere. My gosh. So anyway, it's you're making yourself vulnerable. I understand so perfectly, because it has been close to 2 years since the Most High told me to go out and make a video. Scratch that. Before that, he told me, but it wasn't that I refused, but I had so many things going on. And then it was just that fear. I never called it for what it was, but it really is fear. Because you're thinking okay, how are people going to perceive me? How are they going to, Anyway, all that ends right away because it's happening. It's happening in real time. You can hear me. And so it's already happened, right? But I just wanted to tell you guys to encourage that one person that feels like they have something to say about this that is not a popular opinion. It's very important that you come out and say something, because you are not only going to save a life, but you are going to put ideas in people, because most people, believe it or not, they want you to tell them what to believe. There was that Apple CEO, the one that passed away. When he was still around, I remember he had an interview where people were like, how do you market? He said something along the lines of, you don't tell people, you tell people what to buy. You don't market it to them. You tell them how important it is, and you show them, and they will basically make their own decision. And he's very right, because this is life 101. When you have something that you feel is important and you feel like people should know, you should not have to beg somebody or say, oh, I wish you show them and they will believe you, right? You show them and they will believe you, and that's how human beings are. They're not waiting for you to ask them, should I believe? They want you to show them and they will believe you. And so be very firm in what you believe in. Stand up and say something, because that something is not only going to help somebody else, it's going to empower you. It's going to give you a voice in your situation. You guys, I have been through so much for these past 5 years specifically, and I have kept it all inside, locked up in my room in whatever situation I'm going through. And I just kept it because I was embarrassed. I felt like somebody would think I was crazy. They would think that, they would put me down, But guess what? If that's how I feel, people are not going to make you feel better. That's one thing I learned. They are not going to encourage you to feel better than how you feel. Maybe some people would, but you'll find out sooner or later that they're just going to join you what you think about you. And so the bottom line is, if you feel a certain way about something, stand by it, because you're going to find people who are going to be convinced by your stance. They're going to also stand by you. Even if they're being fake, it doesn't matter. The fact that they're standing up says a lot. So be strong and be vocal. Speak out, because that's where your freedom is going to come, and that's also going to free many people. All right? So you guys, we have to speak up. We have to speak up. We can't just sit by and just watch people just say whatever they want to say and feel the need to castigate this man, specifically Mr. Combs, because it's like everybody else is against him. Like, they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's give this man a benefit of let's at least use our brains. Even if you feel strongly that he is guilty, that's fine. You have your own opinion, and that's perfect. That's what makes this life amazing. However, let us not all go in the same direction. Okay, let us have differing opinions, whereby we could be able to have a balanced view for that person who might be in another country, who doesn't even know what's going on, and they're just like apt to believe what everybody else is doing. They might be able to say like, okay, well, I thought about it like that, but because everybody else is doing it this way, I just said let me go along with the flow. No, you have to make people believe you. You have to, because I'm telling you, there's people out here doing wicked stuff. There are people doing worse stuff than this man has done. And I'm not saying that he's a perfect person. Far from it. He has put hands on people. He has done a lot of things. But that one thing of racketeering and sex trafficking, you all know good and well, based on the facts that have been presented, that this man is not guilty of what, based on the facts so far. It's not pointing towards racketeering. It's like they want to make it happen, and they're trying to force it, but you can't force it, because it's literally in your face as domestic violence and physical violence. So what are you talking about? You guys, stand strong and speak out. Speak out. Don't keep silent, because that's how evil grows. That's how it matures, is through silence. And you have people who are literally doing the wrong things, and they're getting bold because the people who are doing the right things are not saying a word. We are actually, what do they call it when you make like, we are the ones that are fostering this mess. The quiet and wrong being overpowered by the strong and loud. That's how it's always been, but it should not be that way. Nobody is going to castigate you if you come out and you say what is right. Nobody's going to castigate you. If anything, you might have people who support you. And so I'm at this point where I don't care either way, because I'm going to say the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing regardless. You know what I mean? Let my blessings and let my reward come from the Most High, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day. When we all die and we all, pass away, that's all that's going to matter. Nobody's going to be there for you to say, nobody's going to fight for you at the heavenly gates. No. Like, you're literally going to be looking at, it's going to be you and God. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Come out, please, and say what you have to say, okay? Thank you. Bye.